Welcome to channel AMAC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Carl Young, your online YouTube visa consultant. Now in this video, I would like to discuss whether or not you should be waiting for 189 or 190 visa. It's a very interesting topic because I think a question and a lot of viewers and friends have leaving comments and email me even in regards to whether or not they have this kind of points, they are looking for this kind of point, they are in this occupation, should they wait for 189 or 190 invitations. Now obviously, if you know about Australian visa system, 189 and 190 basically is under the independent skill migration, the general skill migration, and that gives you a permanent residency straight away. And that's the beauty of it, because other than that, if you go to 491, which is not bad, but 491 requires you to stay and work in regional Australia continuously for now 3 years in order to transfer into a permanent residency. So the big differences is one gets permanent residency straight away and the other one wait for 3 years. So which one would you choose? Obviously the one you get permanent residency straight away is better, but a lot of people can't even get it because the wait time and the quota which the Australian government announced in 2019 has halved of these 189 and 190 quota, and that's why a lot of people has been waiting for it for a long time and still not getting any correspondence from immigration system or skill study system. All right, so let's take a look into the Australian immigration website where it's under the skill study. So if you don't know where to find this web page, it's very easy. You basically go to Google and type in Home Affairs space skill select. Okay, then you should be able to land yourself into this page. Now the key here is that we gotta look for this invitation round button here at the left hand side. So once you click it, you get into the monthly review and results of all the invitations. Now I'm gonna take a little bit on analytics to analyze all these details and data to allow people to know, allow viewers and friends to know what we are actually looking for. So basically the skill select system for immigration will accept 189 visas and 491 for family sponsor. Now bear in mind 190 is not here, but 190 basically is about 5 to 10 points away from 189, but you do get the state sponsorship of that extra 5 points as well. So that's the margin that we are looking for. So every 11th day of each month they will have an invitation round. So next month will be 11th of March, and then 11th of April, 11th of May and June, and then so on and so forth. Okay, so let's look at the most recent published information here. It's on the 10th of January where they invite thousands of 189 people and 300 of 491 family sponsor. I'm not going to talk into detail of the 491 family sponsor because it's basically that you have relative living in designated region of Australia and then you get sponsored there. So that's not really in our focus today. So if you look at the chart here, it basically shows that right down here that the EOI points required has risen to about 90 points and 115. Now 115 is crazy. That means in the point score table you have to get every single one at the maximum, and that is, wow, that's very high. That's very high. That's why you see it's less than 5 people getting it, but we can see that in average is 90 points here, and that's actually very high. Now if we do a comparison, if we go back 1 month, okay, if we go back 1 month in December, it's about the same, and average is actually a bit higher. Then if we go back to about September 2019, now it drops all the way down to 85 to 100 and all the way down to July, as you can see from the first month of the 2019 and 2020 financial year. it drops down to 80 and 95. And if we go further down to June, let's have a look. 2019, it's about the same. So what are we looking for? What is the pattern here? Now the pattern actually shows that at the start of the financial year, the points required is actually lower than what we currently have, meaning that there's a lot more people getting work experiences, getting CCL, getting more points, and getting higher IELTS score or PT scores. So everybody's pushing up. So that's a natural competition. So obviously a system will choose and select the best one. So again, the rules here for the EOI system is that the first one goes in. Obviously you queue up first, but if your score is less than someone who has queued up recently, probably a month later than you, and your score is 70 points and someone comes in with 80 points, they will jump ahead. They will jump ahead of you and get into the in front of the queue. So the higher the point, the quicker that you get accepted, and the easier that you get invited. And that's the gameplay. Now, so the question comes here: who should really sit there and continue to wait for 189 or 190? That's the big question mark. And what should we do if we are very close, and what should we do if we are not even close to that? So I'm gonna answer these three questions. So basically the first thing is, if you're graduated as a PhD in Australia, okay, I will really recommend you to actually wait. First of all, you will get longer for a 5 graduate temporary working visa. You get 4 years of working visa. I will really recommend you to wait for 189 or 190, okay, because you basically get a higher marks in your qualification. You get 20 points. And a lot of states do favor these PhD graduates as well. Now the second group of people is that if your score is above 80, 85, above, okay, I would really recommend you to wait for 189 and 190, provided you have the visa is long enough to wait for it. Generally they will open in July again. And the reason is your point is actually high enough either to actually meet 189 requirement, or the state sponsorship, which will add another 5 points in there for you. Okay, so these points. Now you may have questions that if your point is so close that you may miss out, you may at 75 or 80. Now my recommendation is, if your country or passport could actually apply for a working holiday visa, you transfer into working holiday visa to gain more working hours and working experiences, so you can add more points into your EOI systems. Or perhaps you have partner and they can go study, you become a dependent partner, and you continue stay and continue to accrue your amount of employment to actually get more points, get that extra 5 points. Or perhaps if you already got a sponsor, and then you could really thinking about getting into a 482, a TSS visa, to actually get that working visa and accrue more employment experiences, so you get more points. Now if you are nowhere around that or nowhere close to that, I would really recommend you just look for 491, because 491 it's actually a very easy entrance point. As long as you stay in designated regional Australia, you study there 2 years, and you graduated there. 491 for someone to study abroad and then to continue to stay and get permanent residency is quite easy, because as long as you get 50 points, the state will give you another 15 points. You meet that 65 points and you will be invited. So 491 will be another way to go. And so if you are not in those category, I would really suggest you to consider 491. Okay, so that's for the video today. If you do have any question, please leave a comment down below, and finally, you should consider to subscribe to our channel, so once we have more news and updates and insights, you shall be the first one to get this information. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.